advantage with Damean Kelly. How will Lopez Bueno cope inside the Ulster Hall? Irish would-be hero Damean Kelly making the first defence of the European 8-stone crown in only his 13th professional outing. An unlucky omen, or will the luck be with him in relation to his fragile skin, which can rip apart so quickly? Bueno has come full of confidence, declaring his hand openly over the last few days that he will press forward and attack Kelly's eyebrows at any opportunity. So Jim, will the master craftsman be too slick and quick, or will the rugged Spaniard bull his way to a bloody victory?
Well, I think what would be the nicest thing to happen is if he can maybe pick up a few of the early rounds without damage. You don't want your plan torn to pieces in the first or second round. So a nice bit of long-range boxing with the chin down and the forehead, keeping the eyes out of harm's way. A couple of rounds in the bank, and maybe raise the tempo then. But obviously you can't take chances, especially early. This history of the cuts.
That's what Kelly excels at, boxing from long range, speed, movement. Brought in 5 Irish ABA titles, 225 amateur contests, and so far 11 out of 12 successful professional wins. Bueno is a former world champion and can be dangerous with the right hand. But surely Kelly, the more skillful of the pairing. Just having a good look, the Irishman.
Well, first impression of Bueno, it looks not bad at all. Adam moves around well, nicely balanced, nicely poised. He looks quick, he's flipping. Not too many punches have landed as yet because they're both quick reflexes, just keeping out of harm's way, keeping out of danger. But first impressions, it looks not too bad.
He tries to go to the body. Word is from the Bueno camp is that he's got himself into peak condition, better, they think, than when he won the world title. He knows this is a massive opportunity to get himself back into the top flyweights of the world. Kelly mapped out for success. The cuts are a problem. Watch out for the eyebrows.
The one bit of good news, if you like, about Kelly, a lot of the cuts that he's received have been partly his own fault. You know, he sometimes does silly things up close with his own head. He actually causes some of the butts that have cut, that caused the cuts. So I mean, you can learn as a technique. There's always going to be clashes of heads in boxing, but there's a technique in making sure the other fella comes off worse, if you know what I mean. And Kelly just hasn't learned that yet, so he's the one who's been cut all the time.
As Mickey Campbell was saying earlier, most of those cuts do come from head clashes. A nightmare with Keith Knox when he lost his British and Commonwealth titles, outboxing the Bonnyrigg Butcher until he was cut all over the place. But he's doing okay so far. Good round. Welcome back to the Ulster Hall. Tonight's European flyweight title defence is the first staged in Belfast since Rinty Monaghan fought a 15-round draw with Terry Allen in 1949. There's Damean Kelly's corner with trainer Mickey Hawkins and Mick Williamson, who may well play the vital role in there tonight, if needed, on the eyebrows. He needed to do that with Ricky Hatton at the weekend in Detroit, and suffering a bad cut in the first round before winning in 2. It's the second round of this title defense. First one for Damean Kelly since he won the title off Alexander Mamutov, pretty controversially back in February. Many at ringside thought he hadn't done quite enough, but he came back well when he was cut and hurt, and showed some nice in-fighting as well as boxing on the outside. This could be tricky against Bueno, who's made a pretty confident, compact start.
Yeah, a lot of the punches in the first round were out of range, as both guys quick, nice defences. And a little bit of work that was done came from Kelly. He probably just shaded the first round, but virtually nothing in that first round.
As we saw on the tail of the tape earlier, he's got the reach advantage, Kelly, which could be crucial as he works his way around the ring. Boxed beautifully when he won the Commonwealth title against Alfonso Zvianica.
One of the good things about Kelly too is it's comfortable going forward and going back. It makes no difference. It's just as effective, so he's quite happy here to allow Bueno to come forward and maybe make some mistakes.
Bueno's going to have to come forward to get into range. Trying to upset Kelly on the inside. The body there. The right hand of Bueno. A younger man as well at 25. Plenty of ambition will be left in the Spaniard's legs. She was stripped of his world title. He damaged an ankle in a motorbike accident, so he didn't lose it in the ring.
Kelly's boxing nicely now. He's finding the range with the little counters. Bueno hasn't really been able to do anything with him yet.
That's nice. Doubling up on the jab from Kelly.
Bueno's not a beast, which is good news. He's a standoff boxer. So, not the rough house that maybe they feel.
Yes, he may well have to change his tactics as the fight goes on, unless he's going to eat up Kelly's jab all night. He won the Irish Boxing Writers Boxer of the Year last year, Kelly, and when he's on song, he really is a very, very difficult customer to get out of a rhythm. Barry McGuigan up in the studio rates him really highly, one of his prospects.
What a good 12-round fighter he is too. I mean, he does the 12 rounds at a canter, no problem.
Yes, absolutely. He often has to go the long route because of his lack of punch power. And he's boxing very nicely, thank you here.
No, tomorrow scheduled. Or Wednesday, sorry.
Less than the last time. Less than the last time.
We bring you live golf, and it's a very special event, the 100th US Open, the second major of the year. All the big names there, Woods, Duval, Singh, and for Europe, Montgomery, Westwood and Clark. Exclusive live coverage from Pebble Beach starting Thursday evening, 7:30, Sky Sports 2. We're in Belfast tonight, and it's becoming a fascinating affair for the European Flyweight title. Back to Jim and Adam.
Yes, it is, Paul. Good start from Damean Kelly, the home fighter in the white trunks with the green waistband, up against Jose Antonio Lopez Bueno in the red from Zaragoza in Spain. Kelly boxing very nicely. No sign yet of any damage to the fragile skin. Hasn't been able to get into it yet, Bueno.
No, Kelly just a little bit too sharp in the early stages here.
All the amateur experience he had boxing in the Atlanta Olympics and winning bronze at the European in '96 and gold in the '96 Commonwealth Federation event in South Africa. Kelly has had years of tuition. This is only his 13th professional fight, but rather cut. He looks so at ease in a ring. Flush on Bueno's face. Picks his shots well.
Yeah, and he's quite happy because he's being allowed to work at his own pace here. Bueno is not pressurising, he's kind of stalking around, walking around after him, but not pressurising. So he's working, finding a nice little rhythm, working away his own pace.
As he's out of range, Bueno. He just cannot get near Kelly at the moment. He's just moving around him, using his speed to outfox the Spaniard. Nothing hitting from Bueno. Proposition for the challenger.
He is trying to raise the pace now, Bueno.
Good jabs from Kelly. And the crowd roar their approval. Barry in the studio was saying how difficult it is to fight in the Ulster Hall if you are a foreigner. It can be quite intense in here. And Damean Kelly loves boxing at home.
I will say also that they're a good fight audience, the Irish, because they don't boo the other guy. And some cities in Britain, the visiting boxer gets a terrible reception. Over here, they're very fair. And if the guy puts up a show, it's much appreciated. But another good round for Damean Kelly.
European champion Damean Kelly's corner, and a very happy one at the moment.
Yeah, picking the punches nicely and taking virtually nothing in return. So what we hoped was, so you can see that the jab is dominating the fight at the moment. But and as I say, taking nothing back. So we wanted a couple of rounds in the bank. And on that card, that's what he's wanted.
And in between rounds, they were also having a little look at Bueno's right cheek or right eye. They had something to calm the swelling down a little. So it's the Spanish corner that maybe needs to watch the face at the moment, and not the Irishman's. That's good news for Kelly and for his fans. So far, so good. Bueno's fought a couple of English fighters before, or British fighters, and Harry Woods and Dave Colwell. And I was speaking to Dave Colwell, the Sheffield fighter from the Brendan Ingle gym, who had him down a couple of times. And he said he found him particularly easy to hit. He's full of ambition, though. Being beaten to the punch.
Yeah, but he doesn't quite know what to do. I think he's obviously hoping that in a few rounds that Damean Kelly is going to settle down, slow down a little bit, but it hasn't happened in the past. So Bueno has some problems ahead of him.
Absolutely not. When he fought Mamatoff for the European title event, and then Kelly increased the pace. He had a terrible start and won pretty much everything at the end of the fight. The back straight. He was actually given one level. Oh, and it's a punch into the right hand, we think. Yep, and Bueno scores with that dangerous shot. Damean Kelly takes the count. He didn't have to in his European win against Mamatoff, but he was hurt by a right hand in that one. Susceptible to that punch. Well, that will give Bueno a lot of encouragement.
I think he was also caught square-footed, so he took the full blast of the punch. He wasn't moving away, he seemed to caught square, and down he went. I expected him to get back up straight away. I think he was looking down towards the timekeeper, suggesting he was a little bit stunned by that.
Yeah, very quick. A little sharp poking right from the Spaniard. And now Kelly moves. All that have given the
this round now. I mean, he's been on the floor, just getting this round behind him. But he's going to have to start punching hard enough to discourage this little fellow. It's been nice boxing, little popping jabs and hooks, but nothing solid. He's going to have to start discouraging this little fellow.
Damean Kelly nods to Jose Lopez Bueno. He smiles in his corner. He doesn't look badly hurt, but he was down.
I thought it was a partly balanced thing, but no, you can see bang on the button, down he goes. I thought he was caught a little bit square, maybe partly balanced, but the time he took to get back up again, he was definitely stunned by that shot. Bang, a beautiful shot. So suddenly the cut eyes are not the problem, it's the fact that this fella has the power to hurt him.
10 knockouts in his 15 wins, Bueno, and he did win the title by knocking Mexico's Ruben Sanchez down 3 times. It was a third round stoppage. Now, Sanchez was tight at the weight that night, so he didn't know how hard this man hit, but Damean Kelly knows he hits hard enough. That makes it more interesting here in the Ulster Hall as we go into the 5th round. Damean Kelly, remember, the champion in the white trunks. 27-year-old, quiet man from the Turf Lodge area of Belfast, up against the very loud and boisterous Lopez Bueno, who has come here on a mission. And in fact, his promoter Bernard Roos says he will win at 2 minutes and 22 seconds of round 8. That's a bit of a bold prediction, but he could do now.
Well, I mean, no drastic. We don't want any panic in the campaign now. I mean, he made a little mistake, but he was boxing beautifully up till then. So I'll just get the concentration back, just back to what he was doing, but maybe a little bit of snap in the punches now. Start discouraging this little fella. Give him. See, at the moment, Bueno's setting up attacks. He's missing with the punches, but there's nothing coming back to worry him.
Bueno closing down the range now quite effectively. As Kelly tries to get his jab and his own right hand, helping back in round 4 against Alexander Mamatov in February. He had a nightmare when he was nearly down and cut badly, but he came back extremely well, so he obviously reacts well under pressure.
Yep, definitely, but as I say, I just like to see him get some snap into the jab now. Not just a little point scorer. You know, we're heading towards the middle section of the fight now, so it's going to start getting rough.
Slip from Bueno. A bit of water on the canvas, maybe. Out of range. He hasn't panicked, Damean Kelly. He doesn't normally when he's cut. As Jim says, that's not the problem here. The problem is he knows this kid can punch. And he's staying out the way.
Well, he's a natural boxer. This is what he excels at. Boxing at range. Just making the other fellow reach for the punches and punishing him with counters. So he's recovered well from it, and he's got his nice little rhythm back again.
He didn't look badly hurt in between rounds.
No, but I think the punch stunned him all right. They jump up straight away. It took a couple of seconds before they go back up to the slip.
Right hand creeps in from Kelly, just to disrupt Bueno's own jab. This is a better round for Kelly. He's come back well.
¿Entiendes? Esto es un trabajo poquito a poquito, un trabajo, oye, un trabajo poquito a poquito. Y ahí es donde tienes que coger y viene el KO. No te tires con la derecha.
Well, there was some water on the canvas because while we were on the break, Damian's uncle, Leo Rooney, was clearing it out of the proceedings to help the fighters, which is good, and it will help Kelly presumably get back to his textbook skills.
Yeah, well, that was another good round for Kelly, and no effects from the knockdown.
Big success, great, although Bueno has thrown more. But a lot has been out of range from the Spaniard in the red trunks here, challenging for the European Flyweight title. Had Kelly down in the fourth, but until that point was being well and truly outboxed. Kelly must not panic. Again, the Spaniards out of range. That long reach of Kelly proving crucial.
So really, Bueno should be pressurising Kelly much more. He's trying to box his way in, it's not really working.
He's coming off a fourth-round knockout in April, the Spaniard, over Fernando Guevara. Before then, he had a nightmare after he was stripped. He was knocked out in 2 rounds in February against Jair Jimenez, an unbeaten Colombian. So it's a testament to him that he's come back strongly from that. Obviously worked hard. Back in Spain, he's changed managers. Now with Ricardo Sanchez Acosta, who looks after the WBC light middleweight champion Javier Castillo. Good jabs from Kelly.
Kelly's still being allowed to box at his own pace, and he's thriving on it.
As Bueno just can't get him out of that rhythm that he's becoming really, really comfortable with Kelly here.
Bueno should be trying to draw him into more of a battle, pressurise him, jump on top of him, march straight through, take punches to land some punches, be more adventurous. But he's not doing that, and of course that's good news. Kelly.
Right hand of Bueno tries to get through the high guard of Kelly. Every time he puts in a little jab or a sneaky right hand or left to the body like that, there's some applause from his corner. They know he's boxing well.
Well, I thought the main plan of Bueno would be to draw him into a battle, but he hasn't even tried to do that. He's tried to pick him off at long range. Don't understand his tactics.
It's all Kelly once again. And let's see how Barry McGuigan is seeing things up in the studio of his little prospect star.
Yeah, I think Kelly's boxing very well after a blunder a couple of rounds back. He was genuinely hurt in that, and he can't afford to make that mistake again. He can't afford to stand in the centre of the ring and trade with this guy. He's got to be in and out and circling, and after he throws his right hand, he's got to move his head. He's constantly leaving that right hand or that head there for the counter right. He's got to be careful of that. Keep his boxing up, in and out, nice jabbing, nice clever boxing like this, and in and out. That's the way he's got to do it. Everything's dictated by the jab. 1, 2, no more than 3 punches, and that jab is the ultimate weapon here. But he's doing well. Just got to keep his left hand up when he's in close, or get his head tucked in underneath that left hand. But he's doing well. Long way to go, but anything can happen.
Yes, there is a long way to go. Another half of the 12 rounds, but Damean Kelly has landed far more punches. You can see double that, and more head and more body. Here's the 7th. The Spanish challenger from Zaragoza, Jose Antonio Lopez Bueno, in the red trunks with the red boots, trying to prize the European Flyweight title, the 8-stone belt away from Damean Kelly. And let's have a look at how Jim's got it. The halfway stage, 3 up.
See, I think it's a great pity when your thinking is governed by how many times you've been cut in the past. Because, I mean, as well as winning titles and winning fights, you want to be attractive, you want to please the crowd, you want to be in good fights, you want drama in your fights. And it's a great pity for Kelly that all the time we're thinking, no, do it safety first, just fiddle around, in and out. I know Barry said exactly right upstairs, that's what he has to do to keep this title. But what a great tragedy, the little fellow wants to be an attraction as well, wants to be an exciting fight with a bit of drama. And it's a great pity that he's held back with the constant cuts.
Yes, it is a safety-first approach for Kelly. He is boxing on song, he is lovely to watch in his own way. Bueno just gets a jab in. And some encouragement from the Spanish corner. As Kelly comes back with a left hook of his own. Trying to close the distance now.
Yeah, but he should really be putting more into this challenge. He's too laid back. He's almost allowed Kelly to dictate the pace. He should be changing the tempo, raising it up, really drawing this little fellow into a battle. But he can't seem to do it. Kelly's still controlling things.
Isn't that a credit to Kelly in the way he's boxing, though?
Yeah, he's boxing beautifully. He's made one mistake, been punished for it. But that's what this game's all about.
Just slips there, Kelly, again on that water, or the sweat that's leaking onto the canvas.
More success here from Bueno, he's getting closer now. Right hand.
Cutting the range down again. And less movement from Kelly here. Getting a little frustrated in there. To remember the game plan.
I think this is where we're going to see some heads coming together now, because they're actually a little bit more frantic now. They're not quite controlling the little fellow now.
To work hard, Damean Kelly. Keep the shorter man away from him. That was a nice move. When he's trying to beat him to the jab, and he won't do that.
Well, the exchanges are lasting a little bit longer now, so that'll be suiting Bueno.
More of an even round. And you see the water there on the canvas of the ring, and they've taped up his boots there. His uncle Leo Rooney was in there taping up the soles of his boots so that Kelly won't slip, because remember, that's what he needs. He needs the balance to make his skills become effective. They have for the most part here. But Bueno came back there.
Yeah, well, the exchanges were a bit more competitive in that round. He was getting closer and he was forcing Kelly to stay in range a couple of seconds longer and exchange punches. So that's the first little change, and Bueno is the one who needs change. Still nice back foot boxing, nice little punches from Kelly, but having now to get involved with this little fellow.
Seconds out, round it.
Here's the 8th of this European flyweight title. British champion and Commonwealth holder Jason Booth, who took the titles off Keith Knox, who had taken them in turn off Damean Kelly. That will be a great fight out there. Kelly against Jason Booth. The world scene very much in the Thais' favour at the moment. IBF King Irene Pacheco from Colombia has been the longest serving holder, and the former WBO champion trying to win a European belt here is Jose Lopez Bueno in the red trunks. This is his round that his promoter Bernard Roos said he would stop Kelly in. 2:22 into it. No sign yet. Frank Maloney there saying, stick to the boxing, stick to the plan.
Well, things are working well. Things are working very well, in fact. Because Bueno's still throwing single shots and trying to trade jabs, which is suiting Kelly down the ground.
Moving. To use the whole of the ring to frustrate and possibly slow down
was missing with everything here.
As Kelly moves, Bueno cannot. Until then, again, Kelly slips. Got that tape on the boots, but that is not helping matters for the Irishman.
I like the fact that Kelly is moving his head a little bit more when he ducks. When he ducks forward, he lands a couple of punches. He's starting to move his head from side to side, bobbing, moving a little bit.
Watch his feet for a minute. He dances so well, Kelly. It all comes from that balance. He doesn't need to be slipping on the ring apron. Certainly not at this stage. Travel up with that jab. Classy movement from that classy former amateur star. Bueno himself has been boxing since he was 13, and he did win several Spanish junior amateur titles, but he became a waiter. He was actually a full-time waiter and he turned professional. So not always being as dedicated as Kelly, who may well be running away with it a little now. Well, let's have a look at the 8-stone champions there. The strangely named Son Pikai Krakidyang. I don't know if I said that right, the WBA king, who I think was formerly something like 3K Battery. They changed their names to do with the sponsorship out there. But more interestingly, maybe on the domestic level, European there, Damean Kelly, obviously defending tonight, and the Commonwealth and British holder, Jason Too Smooth Booth. And his manager, Mike Shimfield, says he will beat Kelly inside the distance if they meet. Frank Maloney was saying to me earlier that might happen later this year. It'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
It would be good, yeah. 3 times at stake, that'd be a nice little one, yep, definitely. Kelly got his little boxing roadshow back on the road again. Nice jabs, nice long-range boxing. 71 punches.
Yeah, double the jabs as we enter the 9th round. Kelly, remember, the 27-year-old in his 13th fight. 13th, and he's won British, Commonwealth and European titles before. Up against the former world champion at 25. But of course, as flyweights, they have much shorter careers. See how Jim's got it. 4 points up to Damean Kelly. He's got to keep to his game because there's 4 more to go. That prediction didn't come right. Rather bold, wasn't it?
Well, thankfully for Kelly, the Bueno's doing exactly the same things now. He lacks the imagination, I think, to get this fight to swing his way.
He's looking for the uppercut there, Kelly, and that's what Mickey Hawkins in the corner was signalling. When he gets inside and he's pressured to fight that way, he should throw that punch. Both fought the same guy in Russian Igor Gerasimov, who Kelly stopped in 4 and Bueno stopped in 7. Certainly common foe. Plenty about each other here tonight.
It's been a fair old pace so far. And Bueno missing with a lot of punches, so we expect him to start blowing a bit.
Obviously kept throwing the lever from the opening bell. Much more thrown, obviously, as flyweights. Little punches you have to keep a close eye on. Again, ducking down low. Nice skills from Kelly. There's a sense of Bueno just trying to chase him around the ring and not having a lot of success as Kelly grows in confidence. doesn't he, the Spaniard?
Yeah, he's a lot of short and ideas. I mean, it's no easy task solving Damean Kelly out when he's in this mood and boxing so well. But Bueno hasn't really come up with anything new. Kelly solved them out and he's carrying on doing the same thing. So, apart from the knockdown, no signs of real danger. They slipped again then.
Yes, and I'm sure will be in again to wipe the canvas. But it's accuracy, crisp, clean punching from Damean Kelly. Well, let's see how former British champion and former world challenger just last week, Mickey Cantwell, is seeing things with Ed Robinson.
Mickey, how are you reading the fight after 9 rounds gone?
I've got Damean Kelly well in front. Apart from anyone I've seen him lost is obviously the 4th round. Bueno hasn't done nothing different, which I'm surprised about. I really thought after the 4th round he would have jumped from Damean, but Damian's got it all his own way, dictating the pace and doing exactly what he pleases.
Any chance Bueno can repeat that knockdown of the 4th round?
I just can't see it, you know. I said he hasn't changed nothing. He hasn't done nothing different from the 4th to the 9th, so I don't see it over the last 3 rounds.
Have you been impressed by Damean this evening?
Yeah, technically, as we know, he's very good anyway, but he said he's doing what he's best at, and that is boxing in and out, scoring, getting all the points, you know, win the fight easily.
Thank you.
That's it, Mickey. The artful dodger of hit but not be hit. And Damean Kelly is taking Lopez Bueno to school with that. 10th round here, 9 minutes to go of this European flyweight title. 8-stone belt up for grabs on the left of your screen. Remember, Bueno from Spain in the red trunks, the challenger. Kelly's first defense. Taking it off Alexander Mametov in pretty controversial circumstances, but there's no controversy here so far. Down in the 4th, the only mistake really he's made all night. What has Bueno got to do? He's really got to go for it now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has to go all out, really. I mean, he must know his corner, must know he's well behind in points. So he really has to be more adventurous, take shots, take a land shot, stop trying to work Kelly out, because you can't work him out. He's done long enough and he's failed. So really, just let the punches go, jump right on top of him and draw him into a battle. But who knows, maybe he's trying to do that, and Kelly's even too good for that.
Little marking by the left eye of Bueno. Kelly remains fine. All the pre-fight worry about the cuts opening up again. On the interview he gave earlier, it did look as though his right eye probably hadn't quite healed after the Mametov fight, but it's held up well, and Mick Williamson has been really no help in the corner. He hasn't needed it. He hasn't needed to be around. Only if something happens. But it's all going pretty well for Kelly in there.
I suppose when you've missed with as many punches as Bueno has over the first 9 rounds, I mean, your confidence is not high. You're starting to shake yourself out of it.
But he knows he can hurt Kelly.
And that's why I'm surprised he hasn't really thrown everything at Kelly. And now's the time, the 10th and 11th round is the time you should be doing it, because you don't want to leave it till the last round, because all Kelly's going to do is coast, grab and hold if he's in any danger. You really want the big drive to be in rounds 10 and 11 when you're behind in points, while you still have time to capitalise on any success you achieve.
He's still moving out of the way, not yet showing any signs of slowing down. Light on his feet. Just thrusting that counter right out of every opportunity to keep Bueno at bay. There's more talking now in the Spaniards' corner. They're obviously getting agitated because it's not going well for their man. It's not proving as hard as the Mametov fight.
No, but Bueno just has never been able to put him under pressure. And I think obviously Kelly's tactics have been different tonight. And he's known before the first bell that he was going to be on the bike for at least the first half of the fight. It's worked so well, so he's carried on doing it.
And now for the second half of the fight in a rather dejected looking Lopez Bueno, with the attention to the face there in the Spanish corner. Trainer Agustin Plau working hard. And Bueno's thrown more leather, but you can see the quality landing from the Irishman. Double the success.
See, he's still trundling forward, still giving it all he has, but just that little bit short. And ability, I'm afraid. Just can't solve Kelly out. Kelly's speed, his timing, just keeping him out of trouble.
Well, what on earth are they saying to him in Spanish? As Agustin Blue. All I know, Jim, is they're not happy in there.
No, they're not entitled to be. They must know they're well behind in points. But I just don't think Bueno has anything else to offer. So, barring disasters, everything's looking good for a successful defence here.
6 minutes to do something about it, and remember, Kelly has completed 3 12-rounders before, and Lopez only 1. So there shouldn't be any problem with Kelly running out of steam, suddenly becoming tired. But one never knows. And if Bueno can just find that right hand again and get in range, he may be able to dent Kelly once more.
See, against a tricky opponent like Kelly, you have to show a little feint, you have to force him into making mistakes. You can't just trundle after him, throwing leading punches, single shots, you're never going to hit him. And Bueno doesn't seem to be able to do that. You know, little feints, draw leads, force him to make the first move. But Bueno doesn't seem to have the talent for that.
No, he's looked a bit too predictable, lacking in variety. Maybe basic at this level, and a bit of take coming loose on his left glove. But Dave Colwell did not rave about him when he came back from fighting him. And you can see Kelly is really giving an exhibition for the Ulster Hall crowd here.
And again, he's looking as though he can do this all night long, isn't he? No signs of discomfort whatsoever.
You get the feeling he could do this for 15 rounds.
Yep.
Right, just sneaking in a reminder to Kelly, and a little bit of marking underneath the left eye of Kelly. It doesn't look serious at all, but a patch.
I think maybe it's just as well Bueno scored that knockdown in the 4th round, because otherwise you'd be saying this is an easy night's work for Kelly. There's a little bit of drama, and the fact that he has the power to hurt him is just adding a little bit of drama to what's happening. But he's been totally outboxed. I mean, this is a landslide.
All it's really done is kept Kelly on his toes, hasn't it?
Yeah, but you know, it's that little bit of worry every time Bueno comes close.
Well, the smiles from the Kelly corner now as he coasts through the 11th round with Bueno unable to land and unable to get inside Kelly's long reach with that jab, which has been so useful tonight. Peppering, that left hand out into Bueno's much swollen face. He hasn't slowed down one little bit, and look at him. Jogs back to his corner, Damean Kelly. Well, it's not been a walk in the park because he's been down. But I tell you, he and his corner are enjoying this. Punches landing. 190 for Damean Kelly. It surprises me that many's landed from Bueno.
Yeah, that's a fact. I think a lot of those punches have maybe been taken in arms and shoulders.
Well, 12-round schedule, both 5 times, but Kelly has been 3 and Bueno only once. And Bueno needs, without any shadow of a doubt, a knockout in the final round. Jim's unofficial card, 7 points ahead for Damean Kelly, even with that knockdown against him in the 4th. He surely has to be stopped. The judges from Bulgaria, Germany, and Holland. Hopefully we'll be seeing the same thing. Final round, a roar from the Irish crowd here to help Damean Kelly retain his European Flyweight Championship. Having outworked and outclassed the Spaniard Jose Lopez Bueno. He has been involved in family affairs lately, Kelly. His wife some sleepless nights, and it hasn't been perfect preparation. His sparring went well, and what matters is what he's doing in the ring, and he's getting a gold star, isn't he?
Yeah. It's been textbook boxing all the way through. One that was stuck, as I said, he found himself in the canvas. That's the only success that Bueno's had all night long. And he's not intended to be any more successful because it's really the repetitive stuff, the same approach all the way through. Never got himself in the fight.
Out of range, out of ideas, too predictable, too basic for this level, Bueno. And maybe it was fortunate that he did hold the WBO Flyweight Championship. Maybe, more hopefully for Kelly, it means one day his dreams of becoming a world champion could very well come true. Great that his eyes haven't come as he captures away.
Remember, that's a little point, Adam. He has totally outboxed a former world champion, a champion who didn't lose his title, stripped of his title. So, I mean, it's not a bad performance. He's sitting here as though it's easy, but he's making it easy. And that takes a little bit of talent.
Fresh as the daisy. Damean Kelly enjoying every minute of his first defence. How the Irish have loved this. And he followed Johnny Corwell and Rinty Monaghan to become a world champion one day. He's got the skills. No shadow of a doubt about that. And when he keeps his concentration, he is quite brilliant to watch.
I gave him a share of another round, and that was the end of it. A lovely performance of boxing. I mean, obviously, when we start talking about moving on to world level, we probably have to see a little bit more grit. But grit wasn't required tonight. Boxing ability, speed and timing was what was required, and he had that in abundance.
Smiles on Frank Maloney's face. And there's Uncle Leo Rooney, who did such good work on the canvas with the water. That's how Jim's got it, 118 to 110. But we wait for the judges' official verdict. As I say, they're from Holland, Germany, and Bulgaria. But surely they could have only seen one interpretation of that. And there the judges tottering it up. And Kelly applauds the crowd who have given him support and raises the hand of Bueno, who came into the lion's den and just didn't have enough for Kelly and didn't have enough to win a European championship here. Well, this is what they fought for, the beautiful European title. Kelly, who won the British and Commonwealth, will surely hold on to the European here. There's only one remaining, the world. Let's hear how they scored it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of European Championship boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Judge Henry Hermerich of the Netherlands scores the contest 116 to 111. Judge Kemen Petrov of Bulgaria scores the contest 117 to 111. And judge Axel Zilke scores the contest 116 to 113. For your winner by unanimous decision, and still the European Flyweight Champion
His European Flyweight Title. And we will be having a word with him straight after the break.